7. Oh, big right hand!
Three-punch combination. Goes back to it again!
He is a potential finisher here, Tim. There's the right hand!
Before, and he was not the only common opponent that they had. First bell here. Nice counter right from Inoue after Maloney lands a shot of his own. There's that left hook from Naoya Inoue here to close out the second round.
Oh, nice left hook.
There's that left hook from Naoya Inoue here to close out the second round.
Oh, nice left hook.
Nice uppercut there with the right hand from Inoue, but Maloney takes it well. There it is. Once again, the attack. Right hand, left hand, had that power going from the bottom up. Oh, beautiful double uppercut from Naoya Inoue. Nice right there from Jason Maloney on the inside, using his strength, and he gets clipped by a left hook.
Is making Maloney forget his game plan. He forgot what he came here to do.
Ooh, left uppercut from Naoya Inoue, switches up, and now you see the legs of Maloney a little wobbly as he continues with the attack. Big right hand from Naoya Inoue.
That right hand hurt him right there. That short right hand hurt him, Bernardo.
There's another short right hand from Naoya Inoue. And down goes that right elbow of Maloney. Nice stick jab from Maloney, though. That's a hard thing to do when you got a guy who's sticking you with power.
He's being out muscled. I mean, that power and that speed.
Mid-range, inside, it doesn't matter. He's controlling this fight. He's leading, he's countering, he's out-speeding, out-quicking, and he has more power than Maloney. How you gonna deal with that if you don't open up and try to get some respect?
You know, he gets a little enamored with this punching power. He just wants to admire his work at times, and Maloney is finding home for his right hand occasionally.
And there you see the finishing shots from Naoya Inoue as round 4 comes to a conclusion.
Well, it's special. You know, there's no perfect fighter. There's always going to be mistakes the fighter makes, but the question is, can the opponent do anything about it, or if they're going to have the courage to try to risk it?
At the start of his prime right now at 27 years old.
Ooh. That quickness of Naoya Inoue, who's 19-0 with 16 knockouts. But here comes Jason Maloney, who said, if I can get him backing up.
Inside the trenches, but he needs to be careful because Inoue will set him up with a counter. He'll look to punch in between his shots.
Inoue's got the power advantage, the quickness advantage, and a 2.5-inch reach advantage, which we saw just moments ago as his jab got to its destination.
Yeah,
devastation.
Thank you. Thank you.
But sometimes it's, big right hand there from Inoue, and Maloney takes it, and he takes 2 steps back.
If you could hear the thoughts that shot right there.
Down goes Maloney on a quick counter.
4, 5, 6.
Inoue's a good finisher
7,
too.
8. Okay, come to me. Gloves.
16 knockouts and 19 victories for Naoya Inoue. He comes out firing with that big left hook, and he smells blood. He may be the monster, but tonight he's a shark going after his prey in Jason Maloney. And he smells blood. He may be the monster, but tonight he's a shark going after his prey in Jason Maloney from down under. Big right hand once again. Supreme focus from Naoya Inoue as Maloney gets caught with another left hook as he leaves his jab out there. There's that stick from Naoya Inoue as round 7 comes. Big right hand from Naoya Inoue, and Maloney is down and hurt.
6, 7, 8.
It's over. It is over. Naoya the Monster Inoue on Halloween night knocks out Jason Mayhem Maloney.
And he was all gas and no brakes. He did everything. He showed speed, he showed power, he showed some flavor with his feet. And, you know, he ended with a devastating right hand like that. Maloney just made a mistake, threw a jab out there, and Inoue just took a half little step back and just made him pay with a brutal shot. You saw that coming. We were talking about this over the last couple rounds. It doesn't look like much is happening, but there's a lot happening, and you see Inoue.
The opening bell, it unleashes the monster, his 21st pro fight.
Starting out, Dasmarinas is a southpaw. It's like almost an autocorrect with his balance.
There's that left hook again. You see how quickly he can viper strike it at a moment's notice.
Dasmarinas is choosing right now to get on his bike. Moving, trying not to stand directly in front of Inoue. He's saying, I know you got punching power, but you gotta catch me.
The hope for Dasmarinas is to get this fight going a little bit where he can warm up, maybe he can land some shots and start to get his range. So he can. The hope for Dasmarinas is to get this fight going a little bit where he can warm up, maybe he can land some shots and start to get his range. So he can. Dasmarinas has given up a lot of energy just from the presence of Inoue. Just the fact that Inoue is in range to land is unnerving Dasmarinas. Dasmarinas has given up a lot of energy just from the presence of Inoue. Just the fact that Inoue is in range to land is unnerving Dasmarinas.
And he's looking, trying to lure Inoue into that shot, trying to get him comfortable, moving, chasing him, make a mistake, and then boom.
The undefeated champion, the 3-division world champion, who's really a fighter's fighter. It's interesting to see who came out to see him tonight among the celebs and the boxing stars ringside.
Good defense from Dasmarinas along the ropes.
Nice shot right
hand.
there.
So you can already tell from the body language of Dasmarinas, he's moving a lot. He doesn't want to get touched by those big shots, but offensively, he's starting to settle down and land some shots.
There it is.
But then a shot like that will land.
Left hook to the body.
Knockdown scored by the monster.
Liver.
Left hook to the liver. Liver shot. Puts down Dasmarinas.
7, 8. Good. Give me your gloves.
50 seconds to work here in round 2 for Inoue. Stalking his prey. Oh, big left hand dug in underneath. Now working behind the jab. Nearly a clash of heads there. Inoue stalking. Goes to the body. Left uppercut comes in as well.
That's what you do when you hurt a person to the body.
Oh, another
you go
body
right
shot.
back down there. Dasmarinas is still hurt.
There's no doubt about it.
Trying to survive the fouls. Another body shot comes in. Look at Inoue. This is what he delivers time and again. Dasmarinas is so game to fight back. Inoue goes to that spot again. Just bruising that liver shot. Targeting that right flank. Round number 3. 20 fights for Inoue have only lasted a total of 114 rounds. The velocity, I know it looked like it was grazing, but the speed is... Oh, he digs in again.
Inoue's looking to go back to that body. He's just going away from it for a little bit. Make Dasmarinas forget about it. Then he's going back down there with that left hook.
There it is. Yep. Sold the right hand, came back with the left to the body. Now Dasmarinas trying to get right into that kitchen, fires off a combination. You see those shots being blocked by Inoue. The undefeated world champion. Number 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. 3-punch combination. Goes back to it again. Oh! Big-time shot to the body by Inoue.
It's over.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Survives the count, but can he survive the next half minute? Destructive work from the monster. Uppercut, body shot again. My, oh my! 3 body shot knockdowns and a knockout victory.
Missed with that, but what he really wanted was that right there. Bring the elbows inside with the uppercut, then come around those elbows.
We knew Inoue was going right back down to the body. He was just trying to find that perfect shot. Got some distance, just a little bit, and he landed another perfect shot right to the side of Dasmarinas. Dasmarinas was already still reeling from the first body shot and the others that followed up, and that just added insult to injury right there. He just put flavor on that thing and did it with flair. It's
Look
not
at
just
how much of his body he puts into it.
But everything was calculated, though. That was not by accident. That was very, very intentional.
And still, the WBA IBF Bantamweight Champion of the World, the Monster, Naoya Inoue.
Poetry of Violence. Round 13. Bernardo Osuna alongside Hall of Famer Andre Ward, and it's Donaire coming out fast with the left hook. The first attempt by Donaire to land that right hand, which hurt Inoue on several occasions in the first fight and sometimes gets overlooked because of his beautiful left hook. You see the jab of Inoue there with the counter right, and now a left hook from Inoue. You see the jab of Inoue there with the counter right, and now a left hook from Inoue.
The fighters are still warming up.
Nice left hook there from... Second time in this series.
He's hurt right now, Bernardo.
The bell was his greatest ally.
Everything Inoue was winning that round, but nothing crazy had happened until it did. A quick right hand to the temple of Nanito, and it sat him right on his butt. He didn't know how he got there. He just realized that he was on the canvas, and that's the type of explosive power that we've been promoting this fight with. They both possess it and keep on coming, but he can't take too many more of those.
Now it's Donaire landing that vaunted left hook. See that right hand from Naoya Inoue. Inoue, you have to pick your poison. Now it's a left hook that rattles Donaire. It's devastating power, and the legs of Donaire are not all there. And Inoue taking advantage of the moment as Donaire tries to go downstairs. You see another vicious left hook from the monster, Naoya Inoue. Body shot from the monster.
Looks like Donaire has made up his mind. He's going to fight fire.
Drops Donaire as he's able to somehow manage to find his balance. But Inoue, man, it might have been better to just go down, Dre, because Inoue is going to work here. And the left hook now does put down Donaire round two. And this fight is over.
That's
What
it.
an impressive knockout victory for the monster.
Wow.
Naoya Inoue, a statement victory in his home country of Japan. And wow, and wow is all I can say about the monster as he does it at home.
WBA and IBF Unified Bantamweight Champion of the World, Naoya Monster Inoue.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley on the call to determine the first undisputed bantamweight champion in boxing's four-belt era.
And for Inoue, it's all about pressure and cutting off the ring. And I expect him to go down to the body of Butler to bring those hands down.
Among all active fighters, that is double the bantamweight average. First two-punch combination of significance from Inoue.
He's doing right by staying defensively sound and not opening up right away.
Three-punch combination from Inoue. Now Butler takes a step forward for a moment. Inoue comes back with a right hand behind the jab. There's the right hand to the body from Inoue.
He's still comfortable right now, still protecting himself. He fears that power of Inoue.
Or double jab that time, a five-punch combination. He went double jab, right hand, left hand to the body. He has landed three lefts to the body. Inoue taking those small steps just to corral Butler, always keeping him in range. There's a right hand and a left hand to the body that backed it up. Always setting the table, creating the opportunity for offense. Now you see the head movement, something he has taken great pride in. Remember, he took that mini camp trip to the wild card gym.
In
Just
front
not
of him.
enough offense, Timmy, to keep Inoue off.
Not in
There's
front of
right
him.
hand that comes in, and two lefts to the body. Good body work in round number two by Naoya Inoue.
Prepared for those type of situations.
Opens up this third round with a combination as Butler's in that corner and desperately needs to get out. He has that left hand up, but two-punch combination again, working behind that jab.
The uppercut, right uppercut, left hook behind.
Now explain to people when you say that. You call it a teeter-totter, and Butler finally lets his hands go as Inoue covers up for a moment. Best work that Butler's had comes here in round number 3. But what you describe as that teeter-totter, the ability to throw punches and generate torque, bringing back the offhand to create more power.
No, the teeter-totter combination is the right uppercut. So it goes up. So that side is up, and then he comes down. The opposite side is down, and it's around the elbow to the liver. Will neglect defense, Butler will come on with this combination. The hook is the best punch. I believe that Butler has landed this. Will neglect defense, Butler will come on with this combination. The hook is the best punch. I believe that Butler has landed this. Needs to make an adjustment. He needs to fight. Sell out now.
As is the case with Gallagher. Speaking of his charge, Paul Butler, 34-win WBO champion. Inoue closing the gap into that corner again. Left hook comes in. Inoue comes around the guard with a right hand. Right through the glove. That's making contact.
Test, you do from a power puncher like Inoue, when you're getting hit with those type of punches, Inoue is standing just outside that mid-range. He's hoping that.
Closes range with the jab, gets the inside left hand, came to the body, finished with a left hook upstairs. Right hand comes behind the jab, left uppercut, right uppercut. There's that left hand to the body. It's been so effective tonight. World champion. And with that, and Timmy, we noted we're so used to in recent years seeing Inoue with the bright dot. He does for a moment, and Inoue would invite that.
Taking more chances, trying to get him to open up so he can land that kill shot.
And engage.
It's too easy, Tess.
Far too easy.
Too easy. Good combination right there from Butler.
Ali shuffled.
Beautiful left hook down to the body. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need to see more from Butler right there.
Right hand from Inoue. Stop Butler's lateral movement for a moment.
Nice, good. Nice. Oh,
A combination from Butler. You can hear the encouragement from the corner of Paul Butler. As he's sent back with another right hand that hits that high guard. The way I hear you talk and what I see out of Butler, you get the sense that to him the victory was getting the contract signed.
That's it. That's it. You got to understand that.
Nice, good, Paul. But Gallagher himself has to understand you're headed to a shutout loss no matter.
Yes.
Ooh. Inoue with a body shot as Butler was up against the ropes. That time willing to throw, and Inoue filled that gap with a right hand. Right hand from Inoue.
He can open up a big shot. Touch. Get him defensive, and then boom. A big shot downstairs.
Now Inoue with a combination to open up this 11th round.
Ooh, and I love the speed on those punches. That's what I'm talking about. Changing up the cadence, baby. Speed coming down the middle, but now he needs to bring it downstairs after he get those hands high and raised.
Right hand to the body, that was a good one. And a big right hand that comes in. Great work from Inoue. Big combination scores the knockdown here in round 11. That power of Inoue comes through, and he gets it done at 11. Dismisses an unengaged Paul Butler by hitting the accelerator and putting on a show.
Inoue made him a punching bag for the entire night until he stopped him.
And now boxing's first undisputed bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya, the
This was very important for Inoue to do this.
Those who doubt that they don't believe in me, well, let's make them believers, he said. The task is in front of him to defend his titles.
Hasn't yet decided to attack. What he's doing is he's just taking a look at him. But trust me, I assure you, once he gets his range, he will start to attack Fulton.
And out of the way, that long-range jab to the body from Inoue. Inoue tries to come with the right hand around the guard. And the up jab.
So interesting to see that low lead hand from Inoue starting off like that. Good jab.
Very solid jab from Inoue.
You know, we talked all night about Fulton's jab, but what about Inoue's jab?
Versatile offensive attack, as always, from Inoue. Now goes upstairs with it and follows Fulton back to the ropes before the tie-up and the separation from Hector.
You know, Fulton thought he was clear, thought he was going to get on his bike, and Inoue chased him down, cut him off.
Inoue getting rough on the inside, gets the warning from the crew of wrapping around the neck, and now falls in off balance on his own with that free right hand, able to punch away. A warning for behind the head from a Fu. Veteran referee from Panama. End of one.
Fulton is doing a good job in being patient, blocking shots, moving when he has to.
Double jab, comes upstairs with the right hand. Fulton puts up the guard and backs out.
But you can tell the effect of those punches. You see Fulton, even though he's the bigger guy, when he gets hit, he gets somewhat knocked off balance from the heavy blows coming from Inoue.
You can see how calm and in control he is early on here. As he comes with another four-punch combination, tried to go to the body with that right hand in the midst of that. There's that jab, and there are the levels. Went upstairs and then to the body again, Timmy.
And it's the speed at which Inoue closes the gap Fulton's having a hard time with. Right now, Fulton on his bike, just trying to avoid shots from now.
Double jab, right hand. Then he's in that middle range, and you're in the target zone against Inoue. Here comes Fulton now. Able to step forward with the right hand.
No, but I like his composure. He's weathering the storm right now. Fulton using defense, movement to get out of range. Test, a lot of rounds left, but I'm just telling you right now, Inoue's making this fight look easy right now against Fulton. Let's see if Fulton can turn it around.
And he wants to show that he's tough. You got to show you're tough while still being intelligent.
You see the shifting game plan
That's
already.
Right hand over the top, Timmy.
Yes.
See if he can work behind that jab. Goes to the body again with the jab. There's been a point of emphasis early on, and then the right hand up top.
Test. Partially blocked.
1-2 from Fulton. There's that up vertical jab again. Now an opportunity as Fulton was able to get to the inside and back to range.
But he's not pulling the trigger.
Well, it's that middle ground that was the concern. And if you're going to stay there, you got to throw. That up jab has had such success for Inoue.
I think he's afraid for what's going to come back. The speed is too blazing fast.
Tough to replicate with a sparring partner what Inoue and his unique physical gifts offer when you're opposite him. And two-handed finishing power. Uppercut, right uppercut to close out round number 3. And how it has defined him in so many ways. You see the total body punches Inoue with an 11-2 advantage He has been increasing his work rate as the fight has moved around in the early stages as he comes with 2 right hands
in the inside, banging on the body of Inoue, getting a little physical on the inside.
Fulton has a lot of confidence.
Catching
as
Inoue,
Naoya
trying to get out.
Came straight back. To the body with that jab. That has been available since the opening bell. Double jab by Fulton.
Not sure about that all the way out, all the way in stuff. Not doing anything. Inoue's beating him to the punch. He's there. He's there, but he won't pull the trigger test.
Inoue has that kind of power where he can punch through the defense as well. You've seen that a few times. Not showing the levels with that jab again. Consistently going to the body with that jab is Inoue.
He's getting out boxed, and he's supposed to be the superior boxer.
Well, we get so enamored with the power of Inoue and the results. He is a supremely intelligent boxer as well. Good combination from Inoue. More blood coming from the nose of Scooter Fulton.
It's not working for him at that distance. Fulton's going to have to make some changes. Going to have to make some adjustments.
To be more offensive-minded against the monster. As he does for a moment, does Fulton. Then backs out with his hands up. To be more offensive-minded against the monster. As he does for a moment, does Fulton. Then backs out with his hands up. What's the change that needs to take place for Fulton, Timmy?
Got to change his rhythm. He's standing directly in front. Use your legs. He can draw in a way. I mean, he tried to come forward, but he's not letting his hands go. He's afraid for what's going to come back. So now use your legs. Get on your bike. Lure in a way, because now you're in range just to get hit with those power shots.
Now here comes the combination punching of Inoue behind that jab, as we've seen early on in round 5.
And change his rhythm up. I mean, when you have a fighter like Inoue just landing shots like that, you have to change your rhythm up. You have to.
Oh, good combination from Fulton.
And that was off the subtle movement to his right. That's what he has to do.
Another right hand from Inoue backs up Fulton.
Heavy.
Yes,
heavy.
He's extremely
and good right hand. Good right hand from Fulton right there, catching Inoue.
Another right hand from Inoue backs up Fulton.
Heavy.
Yes,
heavy.
He's extremely
and good right hand. Good right hand from Fulton right there, catching Inoue.
Right hand from Inoue.
A lot of those shots are being deflected. It's a better round for Fulton. I don't know if he's gonna win this round, but I know this is a better round.
In both punches thrown and punches landed. As Inoue gets him up against the ropes here in the closing moments, throws another combination. Round 6, unified champion Stephen Fulton in an early hold against the monster. Naoya Inoue, who vacated his 4 belts, is undisputed, but so fast and striking and consistent and productive with the jab and his offensive arsenal.
Fulton is not using any of his footwork. He's not using any of his lateral movement at all. And you want to know why? Because Inoue has stopped that. Inoue is quick to cut him off and says, I want you directly in front of me. I don't want you moving anywhere.
That time he comes in with the left hook. That speed to close, whether it's straight ahead or lateral, just another part of what makes him so dangerous. As Fulton comes forward that time, falls short of landing, and then wraps up. Amazing, in a sold-out arena in Tokyo. The crowd so respectful, polite, restrained, subdued that you can actually hear in the midst of the fight the instructions.
So unbelievable how Inoue, no matter what position he's in, he's able to generate the punching power and torque on his shots.
Torque. That's a perfect description of what makes his punching power special.
He just ran with a combination.
He did.
It's that jab. That jab.
It's
Mark
been the
said
key.
it. It's been the key.
It has been the key.
Ooh. That right hand hurt Fulton. Jab. trying to establish his own offense, but getting himself out of position.
Short left hand chopped down here at the end of round number 6. Fulton trying to exchange on the inside, and Inoue getting the better of it again.
Tess, this is the baddest man at 122 pounds. Inoue, he keeps his head on that side. I'm seeing him keep his head on that right side, right in the line of fire for that right hand of Fulton.
Short check hook that time.
Check hook
that time as Fulton crossed the threshold. That's a jab for Inoue. There's Fulton on the inside, coming wrapping around the guard with that right hand. And Inoue comes right back at him. Returns fire immediately.
Good right hand over the top.
Counter right hand from Fulton. Back to the body from Inoue.
Folks said that was low. Inoue said, get out of here.
And see how comfortable Inoue is right now as he's trying to cut off the ring and close the gap. Overhand right.
That's the one thing about Inoue. He never stops hunting for that knockout.
Never.
He's always looking for it.
4-punch combination. Back to the jab up top.
Gee, these are great moments right here that Fulton is allowing Inoue to recharge. See, he just threw onslaught punches, and he's allowing to work his offense immediately after Inoue gets done. Right hand, the left hook. Good jab.
And that jab, a snap back the head of.
And the reason why Inoue can get there quick with that jab is Fulton has a wide stance. His base is so wide, it's really hard to get in and out.
Oh, right hand hurts him! Oh, a huge right hand from the monster! And then he chases him down! Fulton is laid out, struggling to get to his feet. Lot of time to work here in round number 8. Fulton hurt badly. The monster on the attack, trying to claim 2 more belts as Fulton tried to grab the ropes, backed up into the corner. Here comes Inoue. That destructive, decisive power does it again. The monster, a 4-division world champion, stamping in Tokyo.
Naoya, the monster.
Tim, you used the word earlier.
And standing across the ring, he has that tonight in the hungry underdog of Marlon Tapales, who's also a 2-belt champion. Herring, this is the undisputed super bantamweight championship. Naoya Inoue in the white, red, and blue trunks. There's a left hand for Tapales that gets in. There's a left hand for Tapales that gets in.
Stepping over, but what you don't want to do is stand in front of him, because, like, again, we've seen him explode out with a 1-2 and end fights.
The 1-2 there, that was partially blocked by Tapales, but that's what Tapales doesn't want to have happen. There's a left hand. That's going to be called a slip. And you see Inoue with that back foot taking a step back, almost trying to get that looping to disrupt punches coming towards the head.
See how he fell in?
To disrupt punches coming towards the head.
See how he fell in? Nice jab from Tapales. But that right there is still like no, because you're just a sitting target.
And here comes Inoue.
But he's not looking for one shot. He's letting his hands go. You know, nice shot to the body. He's creating. He's trying to create openings if he can.
The speed of Inoue.
Nice shot to the body.
Brings the punch back, and then he lands one at another angle so quickly. And Jamel, to your point, it looks like Inoue is baiting Tapales a little bit here.
Ooh. Nice body shot from Tapales. See? You know, Tapales has to watch out, like keeping that high guard because he's dead. Ooh, nice uppercut. And under the elbows to the body. So you gotta start watching out for that as well. Nice body shot from Tapales.
But in a way, that high guard is like blinders in a way. You can't see what's coming around it.
And even in a way, you know what I'm saying, he put his hands up and what happened? He didn't see that shot that just broke through the guard. And that's what I mean, that body shot.
And you have to give credit to Tapales. Yes, he's the underdog, but he's also a unified champion in this division. He's not coming in like we've seen previous opponents of Inoue do and not trying to engage.
And again, I like the game plan that Tapales is doing though in terms of the body. Nice right hook to the up top. He's going to the body, you know, to probably take away some of that power of Inoue, but he has to be careful. You don't want to get greedy.
And here comes Inoue. 2 right hands to the body, left hand upstairs. These are hard shots by Naoya Inoue. Big left hand to the head. Here comes Inoue, the monster. Left hand, right hand, Tapales is down.
Didn't see the shot with the high guard. Came around the guard, put him down.
Where you're tentative and then you end up getting dropped.
The thing is, he can box split them. You know, he can box split them. He just got to, you know, he's got to watch it. He got to just watch when he places his shots under the elbows and everything.
And Inoue started
just like that.
5, the way he ended round 4. Devastating shots downstairs, then upstairs.
And standing in front of him is not going to help. All you're doing is becoming a punching bag and a sitting target.
That's a scary.
Now he's getting pieced up.
Against Naoya Inoue. Right hand gets through the guard. Another right hand.
Nice
Big uppercut for Inoue.
Woo! Nice counter from Tapales, though. Tell you, he has to protect that body. Because pretty soon the hands are going to drop and he's going to come right back up top. Nice counter. Nice counter from Inoue. That was nice. That was nice from Tapales.
Tapales lands a sneaky
another one.
And another one. Here comes Marlon Tapales.
Ooh. Nice.
Both men exchanging right hands to the head.
Oh.
Big uppercut by Inoue. You can tell those body shots are affecting Tapales. He motions to the right hand gets through for Inoue.
The counter. And again, just standing in front of him. He needs to do something. Feint, turn, something.
It's not where you want to be if you're Marlon Tapales.
Oh, nice. I love that uppercut from Tapales though, because it's breaking the guard of Inoue. And you can hear Tapales' team jab to the body. Nice left hand from Tapales. Ooh! And you hear him saying the corners. Ooh! I know a lot of those are box, but you can hear just the pop on them. But it's like I said earlier, if you know, he got caught. It's coming out with his hands down. But it's like I said earlier though.
Huge right hand for Inoue to close out round 6. Halfway through our undisputed super bantamweight championship, Inoue did score the knockdown in round 4. His moments, but you're looking for some in-fight adjustments here.
A nice jab. It's nice, good jab. Now you gotta keep backing the monster up. Caught that in the glove. Ooh.
Huge left and right hand get through for Inoue.
Again, nice.
Nice lead jab there.
And he's having moments. He's probably even winning the round. He's got caught. Nice shot from Tapales. He's bending his knees. He's got the body movement. He's turning. The jab is finding more success. Now, you know what I'm saying, he's catching Inoue falling at times.
It's also, Jamel, you mentioned Tapales lowering that right lead hand. It also allows a different angle for him to throw the jab that Inoue may not be expecting.
Nice.
Big right hand there for Inoue. Hoped for and expected from Tapales, even though he has 2 belts, came in as an underdog, has shocked the world before.
He's doubling up that right hand. See, again, he's doubling up that right hand.
Right is working for Tapales. Of Inoue's lead foot.
But he has to watch. I know he has to watch it. Even because when he shoots that jab forward, he shoots right. He falls right on the inside.
Tapales goes back to that high guard. Making in-fight adjustments. At times frustrating Inoue.
And you notice at times when he puts his hands up like that, Inoue would throw a shot and then he'll,
Big right hand there, backed up Tapales. And can he beat the count? He's not gonna make it up. Naoya Inoue makes history.
Tapales did. He came to fight. And again, like I said, it's shots like that. Even though it was on the glove, but you see just how hard he hits. You knew he was going to break. He was going to break through the guard and start touching that chin just like that. He thought he had his hands up and he thought he was protected. Sat on that right hand.
And that's incredible. Both of those right hands were partially blocked.
Yeah.
He is the winner by way of knockout. He is now the undefeated, undisputed super bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya, the Monster Inoue.
He is also a calm fighter, confidently calm. He has exceptional footwork. He's sturdy. But this is a fight where Nery has said, I want it to end early.
And goes down, and I can tell you, if Inoue lands on Nery and he goes down, he's one of the best finishers in the game. He's going.
Right hand coming through from Inoue early on. First Japanese fighter to win that Boxing Writers Award in 85 years. So he'll be in New York City June 6th to accept that.
I like that from Nery. It's dangerous. However, when he got to be careful reaching right there. Inoue tends to bag out in straight lines. He drops that left hand, and when he throws the left hook, he has a tail. He drops that left hand first before he leads with that left hook. Nery right now doesn't seem spooked by the punching power. Oh! There it is!
Inoue goes down! Luis Nery with a first-round knockdown of the monster! He said, I want it to end early, that I see openings, and resolute in saying that he sees flaws, and he will knock out the monster. And now he's going after him. Luis Nery determined to deliver on it. Goes to the body with a left hand. Now on the inside, Inoue covering up, tries to deliver a right hand of his own, an uppercut. Comes through, but Nery unaffected. He keeps punching.
Let's take into account that Nery is a veteran in this weight class. Been in this weight class for about, I believe, a couple of years now, Tess.
Of course, the titleist at 118 and 122. And now, how does the monster react as he goes back to the jab? As you can hear this massive crowd in Tokyo trying to rally support. You have to go all the way back. The last major fight card was Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson in February of 1990. Case event in all that time
and the great Inoue hits the canvas.
But Nery seems to be changing up his attack, Tess. Right now, he's trying to be patient. He's trying to catch Inoue out of position. When Inoue commits, he's out of position.
Oh,
there it is.
Inoue returns the favor.
Lunging forward.
Nery came forward, overextended himself, and the monster caught him.
That's a bad habit from Nery with a sharp left hook on the inside.
You saw that back foot of Nery follow forward. His whole body went that path.
I don't know if he was extremely hurt from that shot, Tess. He was out of position. Didn't have his feet underneath him, I'm sure. He seems composed right now, Nery.
So they trade 10-8 rounds to open up this undisputed championship fight. A great bounce back round for Inoue after he suffered the first knockdown of his career in round 1. So swapping 10-8 rounds to open up this championship event.
When a fighter starts to anticipate, Tess, actions and reactions, that's when things start to slow down for him. You know, the mind is faster than the actual reaction, which slows things down.
This combination from Inoue. And now he goes with that right hand to the body. Remember, it was a body shot that caused Nery's only defeat of his career.
The punch placement right now is giving Nery fits. Nery understands that he can't compete with that. He's looking for that single shot. If Inoue gets overconfident and throws too many shots and get a little bit greedy, good right hand. Inoue now is getting comfortable, getting the
Oh, there's another one, Timmy.
Anticipation is on. Nery better change things up. He better start feinting, start using his jab.
Oh, there's another one that splits the guard. In the first round, Luis Nery scored the knockdown. He had a 15-8 connect advantage. And 45 previous rounds, Inoue had more total connects until the first round tonight against Nery.
Placing those shots in between the shots of Inoue. And he's gonna have to prevent that bomb from coming, Tess. His defense has to get better. He has to be responsible after his offense.
Four-punch combination from Inoue. There's that pop right hand. Again, it's finding the target.
Inoue seems to be softening him up right now. He's just taking advantage of those poor fundamental habits.
Oh, look at this! Little showboat, trying to draw him in and then firing off.
Again, told you defense got to be on point when you're facing Inoue with the speed, power, and accuracy that he brings to the table. You know, that's why he's a two-division world champion. Yes, he has the skills, he has punching power. However, that toughness, that grittiness, he's going to have to bring that out tonight to get one. You can just see Inoue right now just weakening up Nery, weakening him. And I think he's looking for that left hook to deliver. That's what he's trying to set up. He's trying to get him used to the shots up top, upstairs.
You can see him testing that a few times moments ago. Round number 5.
Yeah, the positioning of Inoue, top notch.
There's 2 right hands. Backs up Nery for a moment.
With the lead foot, Nery is constantly moving to his left towards the right hand. That's why he keeps eating those right hands.
Good right hand returning fire. Nery stepping forward. And there is a certain sound to the combination punching of Inoue that's very distinct. Perhaps an opportunity for Nery, but with them comes great risk. Like that!
There it is.
There's the risk with no reward! Left hook scores the knockdown again! Seconds to go, facing one of the great closers in recent boxing history. Here comes the monster. Right hand! Stood up to it for the moment. Inoue on the attack. Right hand. Stood up to it for the moment. Inoue on the attack. Final seconds. Nery survives, but he went down for a second time there in round 5. Another left hook from Inoue. An undisputed champion against a former champion. But there are levels to this game. And guys like Inoue and Bud Crawford are currently just on a far different pedestal.
That speed and quickness, Tessa, you alluded to it. The accuracy and how he's able to generate that power from short distance like that, with that much torque, that much power.
He stands up to that offensive effort from Inoue, from Nery, and fires back. Oh, his right hand. Combination up top.
This almost over, Tess. Nery can't keep taking these type of shots over and over and over.
What do you see as a potential finisher here, Tim? There's the right hand! He just answered the question! As Nery has crumbled and the monster has roared! He's done it again!
Of Luis Nery. Tim, there are not enough superlatives to paint on this performance from the second round on.
No, not at all. And that finish right there, I mean, what do you say, Tess?
And still, the undefeated, undisputed super bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya Monster Inoue.
Only because of the lower weight classes.
No doubt about it. However, I mean, Tess, the first thing Cardenas has to do is he has to feel like he belongs in the ring with Inoue. That's the first thing. And he has to feel that he believes that he can win. He has to feel that, hey, I have the boxing skills to be able to compete with them. It's going to all be done by success, Tess. How much success he has in these first few rounds. That's just boxing 101, Tess. Beautiful 1-2 right there. Nice jab. No, but the jab right now is finding its way home. Good timing again from Cardenas. Beating Inoue to the punch. A lot quicker than Inoue probably thought or imagined. Thus far from Cardenas with that jab.
Of course, when it comes to speed generating power, there are few. Of course, when it comes to speed generating power, there are few like Naoya Inoue. To the jab, steady work in this first round with it from the monster. Inoue very consistent here in this final minute with that lead hand, popping that jab time and again. Inoue very consistent here in this final minute with that lead hand, popping that jab time and again. With that lead hand, popping that jab time and again. First world title challenge in the career of San Antonio's Ramon Cardenas. Here his corner saying, watch that distance as we come to the end of round number 1. The monster is back in the States. The undisputed junior featherweight world championship fight. We're going to take a short break and be back live in Vegas.
Coming from behind, blinding him with that jab and coming right with that right hand. Going to see more of that moving forward. However, Inoue right now, again, the problem right now that Cardenas is making is he's standing right in front of Inoue. You know, he got to make Inoue pick up his feet a little bit. Like
Trying
that.
To get some work on the inside as Inoue covers up defensively.
Exactly. Actually getting the mid-range before you. Either you're going to punch or you better have something in your back pocket, meaning defense to offense. And right now, Cardenas just sitting right there in front, not doing much on the offensive side, and that is a recipe for disaster.
Goes to the body with the right hand, backs it up with the left hand, does Cardenas. Jab from Cardenas. Inoue comes back, trying to sweep that right hand to the body, and he goes to a combination that finishes with the left hand upstairs.
Cardenas has he's a high guard. He's staying tight with his guard as well. See a little blood right there coming from the nose of Inoue. Not sure where that blood's coming from. Ooh. Just off the mark with that right hand. Cardenas.
Inoue just turned away from that. The upset-seeking American.
So top of that head.
See, Cardenas now, he's making Inoue try to pick up his feet. He's starting to bring that pressure. Starting to bring that pressure towards Inoue.
We talked about how do you gain confidence. This is how you gain confidence. The right hand, a little bit of blood coming from the nose. You're right, Timmy.
He don't like to be pushed back. Not at all, but Cardenas, I think he found a little secret. Does he have the skill to compete against Cardenas?
Cardenas trying to turn over that sweeping left foot. There's Inoue with him against the ropes.
Oh, the monster's down! The monster's down! Cardenas catches him! My, oh my!
Yep.
What a shocker here in round two!
Come here. Go.
Can you believe what you just saw?
Yep.
He's coming with a lot of power.
Inoue right now had Cardenas along the ropes, putting the combinations together. However, left himself exposed, dropped that right hand. Guess what? Cardenas took a small little angle, changed his position. Inoue followed him out. Didn't see that left hook coming. Boom, set him down.
Inoue has been down 2 times in his career. It happened in the first round against Nery. It happened, you know, the thriller against Donaire when he was cut over the right eye. How does he react?
Cardenas right now, what he's doing, he's waiting on a mistake. He's waiting on Inoue to get greedy. And he knows that opposite hand, that catch and shoot is available for him. He's looking for that hold. I'm telling you.
And Tim, I give you credit for what you broke down just before this main event in your lab segment when you talked about that opposite hand. When you talked about it being down. Boy, he went for it there. We're going to time and sweep that left hook again. As Inoue probes with the jab, goes to the body, showing levels now. And Cardenas comes forward, inching ahead.
Inoue's having a hard time really penetrating that high guard. He really is. It's tight.
3-punch combination. Tried to split the guard with the right hand. Came back with the left to finish.
But anytime he sees Inoue going to the high guard, it's a problem.
A little bit with the left hand again.
That's another issue.
Doubles up the right hand. Inoue comes forward on the attack. Oh! He is sitting on that left hand with that hook all night long. He has come to make magic and try to shock the world as Inoue willing down to the inside. Inoue was a minus 6,500 favorite. Minus 6,500. He's minus 400. Bernardo.
I just spoke with Joel Diaz, and he says, look, I asked Ramon to pressure more and dig to the body, and he told me, Coach, he doesn't crack. And I said, yes, he does crack. Just stay confident, but don't make mistakes.
He said he doesn't crack, and that's the first indication right there. Again, he's mentally in this fight test. That's what I'm talking about. That last round, he was just a little bit off the mark. If Inoue slows down a bit and get lax on his defense, it's going to be night-night, Tats.
Timmy, before this fight, I turned to you and said, just answer this question. Does Cardenas have a puncher's chance? You didn't even hesitate. You said yes and a little more.
He has, you know what he has? Again, IQ. He's a well-rounded fighter, but he has dynamite in both hands. He has good timing. I saw that on film. Great timing, and he knows how to punch in between shots.
And with what happened in the second round when he floored Inoue, he just keeps bubbling up with confidence. To throw punches like that. Inoue, though, timing it. Now Inoue on the attack.
Inoue's trying to, again, penetrate that defense.
Doubles up the left hand, upstairs, and then downstairs to the body.
It's beautiful work by Inoue, no doubt about it, but he got to be responsible defensively. Has to be.
Oh, he caught him. Wide sweeping, and he made him pay. And now he goes to the body, then goes upstairs, back to the body, and Cardenas fires with return. Good right hand from Inoue. Now the accuracy is showing up. And the desire to have fights like this. Big round for Inoue. Oh, he's turning it on.
Cardenas is covering up, and the monster is showing what he's about. You'll be able to see the corners while we take this commercial break. It's a great fight.
38, 37, Ramon Cardenas. One thing that Inoue told me this week was what he learned from the Nery knockdown. No doubt Cardenas believes in himself.
He's like, okay, I'm going to get my offense off, but I know you're going to shoot right afterwards, so I'm going to pull my body back out of range, and then I'm going to come back with some offense. That's what you're seeing. And a minor adjustment from Inoue.
Earlier tonight, just the second time in the career of Inoue that he has been knocked down. We saw the odds swing way in the favor. That shows you the entertainment value you're getting here with this undisputed world championship fight. But look at the last round. Inoue bounces back and looked awesome. Was 29 out of 80 thrown.
Again, Inoue walking that tight line right there. Beautiful slip counter right there from Cardenas. Counter right hand, overhand right now. He gets close to the fire. He's trying not to get burned, but gosh, I'm telling you, Cardenas is right off the mark. I mean, man, a few more inches with that shot, he's gonna be able to land. I'm telling you.
Cardenas is digging in. And when he fires, he brings it.
But what he needs to do is he needs to take the level down.
Cardenas has landed 23 power punches to this point. There's a combination with a right hand split in the guard and then a left hand going to the body from the monster. Inoue has an 82 to 47 connect advantage to this point. Oh, thudding right hand, and Cardenas
he heard him with that shot.
To the body.
He heard him with a body shot.
Cardenas fires back to the body. He's got such heart in there. Naoya Inoue has often said that he wants to make fights that people enjoy. Well, everybody is wildly entertained with what we are seeing tonight, and give credit to Ramon Cardenas for delivering with power. We're here in round number 6.
Absolutely.
Back to the body with that probing jab from the monster. Yes, exactly. First world title fight in the career of Cardenas, and something that is critical.
He heard him with that. He heard him with that.
Here goes the monster, and he's got a lot of time to work with. Varying attack to the head, to the body. Cardenas is in that neutral corner, and a strafing attack. He's in a whole lot of trouble now.
Oh, he heard him with that body shot too, Ted.
Left hand to the body comes in from Inoue. Gives an angle, turns things around, and he comes swinging out.
Inoue said he loves a war. He loves these type of fights.
Oh, what a great round we've got here. The final seconds of round 6. This is the way it's supposed to look.
He's different, Tess. He's different.
But look at this. 33 of them were power punches in the last round. 33 power punches landed in the last round by Inoue.
You see Inoue keep pulling away from that left hook. He sees it.
Let's check in with Bernardo.
In the corner of Ramon Cardenas, they do not want Inoue having the momentum. They want Cardenas to go forward and attack and pressure, because that's when he had success earlier on. In the corner of Ramon Cardenas, they do not want Inoue having the momentum. They want Cardenas to go forward and attack and pressure, because that's when he had success earlier on.
Absolutely. Now, I mean, look, when you have a line like Inoue and he's pushing you back, he knows the end is near, and he's going for it. Ooh. Inoue getting caught right there, standing straight up. Oh, that was a kill shot right there, attempt from Inoue.
San Antonio-based Ramon Cardenas giving everything he possibly can, but finding out that there are offensive levels to this game. And when you go against Inoue, the level is different.
He broke his back, Tess.
Look at this attack here, halfway through round 7.
Did you see how he crumbled along the ropes right there?
He sends him back with that left hand to the side. The body
body shots have been effective, but then the right hands sneak in as well. All he needs is a little bit of separation, yet look at Cardenas still
Look at the
right
fight.
in the kitchen.
Look at the fight in Cardenas.
Putting a fire on Inoue, digging with body shots. Don't you just love the heart? Right uppercut on the inside. Shoulder to shoulder.
Oh.
Separation with the right hand, and that sends Cardenas back a few steps. And another right hand. Oh, and he knocks him down. A right hand scores the knockdown.
5, 6, 7, 8. Go. Come here. Go.
Final seconds of round 7. Can he get to the bell, or will the monster strike? He's also taking immense punishment. 101 power punches absorbed through 7 rounds.
That's a high boxing IQ. He got hit with that shot. Now he's very aware of it now, Tess. And Cardenas has yet to land that same shot again that he landed in the 2nd round.
Body shot, right hand. He's in trouble again. Here in this 8th round, it's all Inoue, and it's all over. Inoue is great in 8.
By Naoya Inoue again, when he knows he has his man hurt, when he can feel that he's not giving any kind of resistance, he goes in for the kill. At this point, it was just a matter of time. Inoue knows it.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout, and still the undefeated, undisputed junior featherweight champion of the world, Naoya, the Monster